my earlier inspirations by bodybuilding. So it's like, of course, I remember watching, seeing the Arnold Schwarzenegger clips, the Ronnie Coleman clips, which were always exciting because you've never seen anything like that. But for me, I would say it was more so, I was more relatable to something that was like currently going on. So what I used to watch a lot of was like, when I started this, especially with my bodybuilding on my own, not necessarily knowing what I was gonna do on the competition side of things, but I just wanted some direction. I like to watch guys that were, already successful bodybuilders, but I watched it with a purpose. So I remember what I did a lot of is I would watch Flex Lewis and Dallas McCarver training. Just because at that time, that's when I was, if I first started competing, they were kind of the hottest guys on the block at the time. They were training together. And it was something that I used it as a tool. So I remember watching, this is like right when Instagram stories just started coming out, and they used to put their stories on there, or they used to put their training and their workouts on their stories. I would literally sit there and write down, the exercises they were doing on their stories, and then mimic that in my own, or do what I could at my gym later that day. No, but for real, what we're discussing is, the concept of muscle maturity, and even just being, 7 months ago, July, and just how my glutes are fully in now, but it's like I don't even have to consciously flex them. It just shows over time how my body has continued to, mature, and we're seeing shit we haven't seen before either. So that's the fun part about the sport is, as you advance in it over time, you go through your prime, you go through different spots, and you get to see new things. So now I'm kind of reaping those benefits of the muscle maturity aspect of, everything is developed more, everything is in more, and now we can, use that as advantage in our posing as well. I was always looking at this as how can I get better in my bodybuilding by using these resources now that we have with the media, with everyone always sharing their stuff. Like we have all this open access to things, but people aren't actually using it. So I thought I did a very good job of, looking at the top bodybuilders at the time, seeing what they were doing, actually diving into their training, diving into their rep schemes, their exercise selection, and because to me at the time I was like, that's why they look like that. It has to be the training. I've learned things over the years that a lot more goes into it than that. But at first, and what really got me into it was, hey, I got to train like these guys, and I got to break it down. I got to figure out why they're doing this, how they're doing this, and then I'm gonna mimic this on my own regards. I think that's probably what I probably got the most benefit from, is because like I was never going into my own training blindly or just going through the motions. I like to, use the people ahead of me, use these resources to, get better within myself. People don't realize it's been 7-8 years I've been doing this behind the scenes, building up. And now I'm at the point where I'm going to reap those rewards. So with that said, the Arnold being my next step, and this is also, I truly feel this is a huge step in my career in regards to, it's going to tell me not only right now where I'm at, but it's also has the chance to propel me into, that next phase of bodybuilding where I could be, where I'm competing to be the best in the world. So it's not only, I don't have any stress coming into this because it's still just a great opportunity, being my second open show. So I still have to look at it as like that. But I'm also approaching this as, this is what I need to get done this weekend to take me to where I now envision myself being, the next step is the top 5 bodybuilder in the world, at the Olympia. And then after that is, top 3. And then after that is, battling for first. So that's where we're at right now. We are 5 weeks out from the Arnold, and I'm approaching every day like that. What I'm really, really good at is I am good at enjoying the moments when it comes to, the competition aspect. Like last year in Chicago, I just went in there, had a great time. I was great spirits, and I'm planning on doing the exact same. Because, win or lose, the work has been done. I think I'm more serious and I'm more beating myself up right now than I will be on competition weekend. Obviously, things have to be right down to the specific details and stuff, and I'll get that done. But right now it's more extremely, like it's I have to hit, I have to hit these numbers. I have to have a great workout. I have, but that's just because I know I need to get these things done to be my best for that weekend. So when that weekend comes, I can finally kind of relax in my own aspect, my own mind, knowing that I did everything I could to be, to get to there. And then now it's just, showing off the finished product. So to say that, I truly believe, looking forward, that this is going to be a life changing weekend for me, because it has the opportunity to shift the landscape of bodybuilding right now, and this being something that I truly love to do, and it will propel me forward, and then it'll just motivate me more to keep this going. And now I have such a crew and such a group of great people around me. We have 50, 60, 70 people coming to the Arnold just to support me, and that means a lot, And like, I'm never gonna, it's kind of funny. Like, it's like I look at like the day ones that, they've been there in the whole journey and stuff, and I'm all about like bring more people on. This I wanna experience these great moments with, with people around me, and fans, and that's what I think is truly going to happen. And I'm ready for it all, and I'm preparing for it all is the main thing. So preparation first, get all the work done, and then reap the benefits. So that's where we're at right now, is we're getting the work done. And even with mentally, I think that's one advantage for me, is I'm gonna be able to be extremely mentally strong, and that's gonna be a benefit as well as against the other competitors. And like I said, I'm just gonna smile, have fun with the whole weekend, and then we'll take off from there.